Do you have the old PlayStation, whatever that
Yeah,
is?
Nintendo. Yeah, I'll take a look at that too.
I don't know what this is. A computer game?
No, it's Sega Genesis.
Okay. I used to have the Sega too. I should know. This is a Sega, right?
No, it's Nintendo.
Oh, what the fuck? Who's that? Is that Donkey Kong?
No, it's TNC Surf Designs.
Look at me. I don't know nothing about games. You hear me?
It's all good.
Now, do the PS3 games play in the PlayStation 4?
They do not.
Because you know how the old Xbox used to play, some of them used to play in the Xbox 360?
Yeah, there's a version of the PS3 that plays 1, 2, and 3. But even the PS3, most of them only play 1 and 3.
Oh, see, I don't know. I got a 4 and I was like...
The 4 doesn't play anything but 4 games.
4, yeah.
Because they have like a rental system that you can rent through like online. And they...
Sealed games, people. Sealed games. Let's see what they're gonna cost.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's a Tuesday morning, about 9:45. I have to go pick up my parents' dog today, and she's gonna be hanging out with me for the next couple days. So for today, I took the day off of work, so I can get her and get things settled and not worry about having to do that like late in the afternoon. But I decided that before I go grab her, I'm going to go hit up some stores in the area and do some game hunting and toy hunting. We'll see what we find, but I figured, hey, it's a great day to do it. A lot of stores open between 9 and 10, so that's why I'm heading out now. I was able to sleep in for the first time in a while on my own accord. But anyway, I just wanted to say that I'm going to hit some stuff up and let's see what we can find today. All right, peace.
Okay.
American Chopper.
How much is this one?
Are these in bundles?
25. They're taped up. I bought them in bulk.
Oh, okay. Can we take them out of the bundle?
I got a fucking nice Canadian.
What's that one?
Everything for dollar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there should be some good ones in there.
That Hulk one's cool. I have the movie Hulk one.
I actually pulled a couple out earlier. I pulled out Twisted Metal and I pulled out Scarface. I was like, I'm keeping
If you're
those.
not interested, I'll take those two.
Which one?
Tetris
Tetris
and
Worlds.
the God of War. Actually, the God of War. I'll wait for another one because it's got that stupid. Actually, would you say how much? $1 you said?
Yeah.
$1 each or?
You can take 2 for $1.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck.
Yeah, man.
Of course, today I forget my knife.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Of all days for me to leave my knife at home.
I can never leave home without it.
I know. Usually I put it in my pocket, but I was... Wanna...
Yeah, the only thing that stinks about the luxury thing is that if you get a bunch of stuff that you don't want sometime, you know.
I've got like a couple t-shirts that I know I'll never wear, and I'm like, I'll probably just end up...
What did I get one time? I got it was like a Mad Science. I don't even think I know what that show is.
Mad Science.
Yeah, it was like a poster and like a bunch of other stuff. And I'm like, I don't even know what to do with this stuff.
I look for these if they have Silent Hill on them.
Oh,
It's so brutal when they do that, dude.
What?
They put the GameStop used to put the stickers right there, and as a collector, that just
It really does suck.
Oh.
It ruins the box for sure.
it does, and I
Makes it
They
look
don't do it anymore that way. Now they put it on the
I love how they will be like, yeah, I'll give you $1 for this game that costs like $65.
Yeah.
Put it back on their shelves and for like $40.
It's brutal.
Savages. They got some PS3 games too. Those are a little bit more.
Sports.
Yeah, I think those are mostly sports.
Esperanto.
Man, I think I got another pile over here somewhere.
how much for?
Just $2. Go for it, man.
What's this? This is Mega Man, you said?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's limited edition too, 2017. It's like a little, you can stick that on your dashboard. It's like a little bobblehead.
I don't want to wreck the box.
It's already a little bit, but it's definitely pretty cool. That's definitely pretty cool. Definitely a little collector's item.
What's that going for?
I could do 10 on that one.
Takes a couple spins, see if it's still around.
Nice. Every time I hear that song, I think of Fallout.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't it playing here last time?
How much for the Nintendo?
It's actually, I don't want to say promise, but I've got another person coming for
That's
it.
fine.
But right now, if you want, I'll go $120.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Not much in the way of old school. I've seen that for like cheap.
No. Just
Hey, what's going on?
hey, man. Another day, another dollar, right?
Ooh. Do you have any other Nintendo stuff today, or just this?
I got probably the same stuff as last week as far as
Okay.
NES games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
getting set to try and get it out.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna obviously go around a couple times.
I think
So
we're a little early.
yeah.
I'll set it up.
All right, we'll come back,
Yeah.
buddy.
Okay, thanks.
All right, this is where our boy was.
Down this way.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It looks a little bit more packed down this way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Nope. There's that big empty spot right there. What? Oh. Oh, that sounds terrible.
We're just next for $5 a piece.
I'll face off.
I'll just give it to you.
What? Oh yeah. Ooh.
Unless it's a good shooter. There you go.
Are these marked or are they?
Yes, this should be marked on the covers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But you guys got a bunch of them.
Ooh.
Edible.
Or the figures.
What would you do on an empty case? Huh? 5?
Tetris Plus. How much are just the games? 5.
5 for an empty case and 5 for a game?
Yep. Say whatever's in there is 5.
Even if it's an empty case?
Yep.
So the controllers are 5 then. Black and white. 5. I don't need that for 5. Pokemon case. Pokemon case. That might be it. Ugh. Yes, I'll take that. It's the boost. Oh, there was another. Oh, Jesus. I didn't hear you say that. Like I did, but I didn't listen. Tack. Skylanders, Guitar Hero, Chicken Shop, Lord of the Rings. Nothing. Doo-doo. That's the one I picked up last week. I don't know if it's uncommon or rare. I think it's uncommon. Yeah. How much? You got Master Blaster?
Yeah, it's a fucking great game. Who knows?
It's full retail.
It's too bad. You can work them.
I know, but
Do what you want to do.
I only want to pay like $5 for
I
it.
don't think I have a regular just straight up Mario.
I do. In the box, I have one.
Really?
Yep. In the box. I grabbed the shit that I really wanted last week. I wouldn't mind coming to San Diego either, but again,
Maybe for a second.
How did you make out yesterday? Anything?
Yeah. Got a couple of little things. Nothing too. I'm supposed to get PS's and all kinds of before DS, small one.
Game Boy?
Yeah, bunch of Game Boys.
Yeah,
dug
the
up
advanced.
out of the basement. I gotta try and get them next week.
Yeah.
I got a whole thing too yesterday. Rock band.
$4 a piece.
Yeah.
These are probably over 10.
How much were these? 10. How much is those? Those are 10 too?
I don't know. You said these are 10 as well?
Yep.
10 Jit. How much is Donkey Kong?
I got them.
This one? Yeah, this is 10.
That one's 10 too? Okay.
It's 10.
Look at the back on it.
How much is the Game Boy?
20.
These here?
I'm just drawn by the color.
Well, the Tenjin cards were, see, but I don't collect 64. I know it's Donkey Kong, but, yeah.
You need the adapter for that.
Yeah, I know. But you've got one, don't you? Or did you get rid of it?
I packaged it a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago. Yeah, I saw those two.
Here you go.
I already sold all that stuff.
Oh, you did sell your Pokemon shit? Scooby-Doo, 100 Night Friends. See, the only thing I want to try to keep is like my horror game stuff.
See, this wasn't out a second.
Huh?
This wasn't out a second.
No, he was still setting up when we walked around. Well,
Star Ocean to the end of time.
Oh, okay.
I need that cover. I picked up this game the other day.
Rygar. Get out of the way. Get out of here. Stab you. San Francisco Rush.
And then there's one I want.
Animorphs. Oh, it's empty. Oh, it's empty.
I'll take that.
These two are empty.
Just for cases.
Yeah.
You can take it if you like. If you have games and just switch it out.
Yeah.
I did that a few times.
Yeah, I pick them up sometimes looking for the case. What are you looking for these?
You want them all three of them? So
Yeah, I mean they're empty, but
one of them has.
this
something
one's
in
got, yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's the wrong game, but
$5 for a whole thing. That way you have cases. If you find one, you need that smooth.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna have that and take the paper out. Comes right out.
Little, looks like it got wet. Yeah. Yeah, the case is no good, but
Well, the paper's no good.
yeah.
Some of the games can be costly.
That should usually PS1 games were
PS1
pretty
games are
alright.
fine. I mean, as long as it's not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know who had those. I know who had those.
Yeah.
They work.
You do $3 a buck a piece?
How about 4?
Alright.
I can eat tomorrow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Just for you to.
Yeah, I do a YouTube channel where I do like video game hunting and stuff and see what I find.
Just in case you just click on and go. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice.
YouTube. I love YouTube.
I know, I spend hours watching YouTube.
All the new music and people put it on there. It's all up.
Yeah.
It's all guys like you that put it. Man, they do a good job. I just don't know how they put on concerts from 1986. How do they?
They
do
find
that?
old footage.
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the stuff's out there.
Concert I missed in Worcester Centrum.
Yep.
I get to listen to it.
Yeah, I actually work, do security over at the concerts in Mansfield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Great Woods.
Great Woods, Mansfield, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah,
Xfinity
it
Center.
Great Woods.
Now it's your age.
Yeah. Great. Alright, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
What's wrong?
Uninstall the app and then reinstall it just to get it.
These are cool, though.
And it wouldn't, no matter what I did, it wouldn't stop going. No.
I got him at home.
Really?
Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
play wallet here? Oh my gosh, it's right there.
Oh wow. You look worried coming over here.
Oh my gosh, it's a good thing I went to go buy something.
I didn't even notice it sitting there when we walked by.
Somebody would have been like, how much?
What are you getting on the blue line?
Billy,
All out the kids one.
blue line?
Thank you.
Kids phone again?
The what?
The blue line.
Oh, 25.
25? All right.
Well, look at it. It's pretty mint.
Yeah, it looks nice. It's always the legs that
Yeah, it's always
that
these
go.
little
Yeah,
pieces of the tail.
yeah,
This one's got the tail.
yeah. Mine's got a nice mint tail at home.
If you want to do 20, I do 20.
Hmm.
That's what the dealer wanted to give me this morning. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't like selling to the dealer because then I walk by and I see it in that showcase. And I'm like,
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking for red, green, and black from that one. The three, like it physically hurts. Still damage.
Like a big fall, you know, like this.
It's actually not a bad condition.
No. Did I tell you oh, time splitters too.
the original X-Men? Not bad.
It's not bad. What's going on, everybody? I hope you liked the footage. So we're just gonna dive right into what I got since last Saturday. Yeah, last Saturday. So I'm gonna do this a little bit different than usual. I hope the lighting's all right because it looks a little weird off to my side suddenly. But anyway, I'm gonna dive right in, and I'm gonna start from Saturday and go through very recent and try this method instead because I'm always jumping back and forth. But anyway, so last Saturday I decided to go out, hit some yard sales. It's been a while since I've had the opportunity to do so. So I got up, I don't know, like 8 o'clock, 8:30, drove around, basically freestyled for a little while and hit some yard sales. Did very poorly. I hit like 10 yard sales, and not until the last one, which was way out of my way, where I finally looked on my app, I found one that said electronics, and then next to it said games. So if you were looking for video games on the listings, you wouldn't have found it. So I went to that sale. I'm going to try to grab real quick what I got. I got 2 games. One of them I don't have in my possession anymore because I already sold it to a friend of mine. Then I picked up this game. I picked them up pretty cheap. They had them marked for, I think she said $5 a piece. And I talked her down, not by much, but I said, if I buy a couple, you go any better? She said, how's 4 each? And I'm like, fine. So I picked this up for 4, and the other one I already get rid of was a 3DS game. It was Zelda Triforce Heroes. I sold it to a buddy of mine because he's a big Zelda guy, so that's gone. You probably saw the footage of that because I did do a little quick snippet of it. But I also picked up this, Resident Evil 2 Revelations. I'm pretty sure I already have this. I gotta double check. If I do, it's gonna be for trade or sale. I know it's not an expensive game by any means, but for what I paid for it, it was definitely worth it. Continuing on with Saturday, excuse me. So I went to Savers in one I don't normally go to because it's usually pretty bad or their prices are really high. So I went over there and I walked in, looked around, and I noticed in the case they had some games. They had a bunch of PS3 games. You guys saw that. Nothing crazy. So I walked around a little bit, and what the hell did I do with it? Oh, it's down here. So I walked around, and the first thing I saw, just kind of sticking on the ends of a shelf, was a strategy guide for Super Mario Brothers Wii. It's got a little bit of a rip at the top. The corner's a little messed up, but aside from that, I got that for $1, so that wasn't bad. This little pickup. So then walking around, I found this stuck in with some DVDs, which I thought was a little weird since all the other games were in the case. I popped it open, and the seal was still on there. Game's in good shape, but it's the Walking Dead Telltale series. It's a great game. I played this. I currently actually have it on my PS4 as a free download. But I picked that up to go with a PS3 I have so I can get rid of that. So, continuing on with the finds at Savers. You guys saw footage of most of this, so none of it's really a surprise to you. I went up to the video games that they finally had at the front after perusing through the store. I got this for, I believe, $1 or $1.99. I can't remember. I already do have it. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it because I have the black label and this is the green label. So I'm not really into variations very much. So I probably will get rid of it. But it's Tomb Raider 3. So I got that for $2. I picked this up for $1.99 as well. The whole reason I picked this up was because this game, sports game, which is kind of odd, actually holds some value. It sells for like $15 to $20. I paid $2 for it. I do have to test it out because it does have a little bit of scratching on it, but it should be all right because the scratching's not that bad. It is 2K8 college, 2K Sports College Hoops NCAA 2K8. So I grabbed that. That's gonna be a recouper, as we like to say. Saw this in the case. I grabbed it because you don't see these games a lot. I don't have it in my Genesis collection, but I'm not really saving my Genesis collection, so this will be for trade or sale. And apparently this battery is not really long for this world. I charged it for the last 2 hours, and apparently that's not long enough. Anyway, I got the Sega Genesis Echo the Dolphin. There's no booklet, so it's just case and game. So that will be for trade or sale. And then I got one NES game that I didn't have in my collection. And I paid... Well, I actually got 20% off all this stuff, too, because I got a bunch of stuff that isn't shown here that I'm actually getting rid of. I got some toys, too. But anyway, so I paid like $2 for this. It's TNC Surf Designs. So I grabbed that. You don't see NES games much at Savers anymore for cheap, so I had to grab it. So right as I'm done looking at those games, I'm getting ready to leave, wait in line, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go check the case one more time. Because it was Saturday morning, there was people putting stuff out, and I'm glad I did. I walked over. You guys saw this footage. There was a bunch of sealed games. Well, I say a bunch of sealed games. It was 5 sealed games that were just put into the case. There was 2 for the Game Boy Advanced, 1 Game Boy Color, and 2 PS1 games. Well, when I saw the price in the Game Boy Advance games, which was Toronto Wicked Blank, you guys saw the name of it. I'm sorry, but I can't think of it all of a sudden. I figured these 3 games were going to be expensive too. Well, luckily they weren't. I actually got them for cheaper than the open one goes. One of these is for trade or sale. The Game Boy Color one's probably going to be for trade or sale because I don't really collect Game Boy stuff. The other one's going to stay in my collection, and I'm hopefully going to find an open version so I can play it eventually. But basically, I got Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare, sealed on the Game Boy Color. I'm going to try to get more of that sticker off the front because that was the Saver sticker on the side. Otherwise, this was in nice condition. I got 2 copies, both sealed. One of them's got a little bit damage on the case, but Alone in the Dark on the PS1. They both have the hang tabs still there. The only problem is, I don't know if you can hear that. It sounds like the discs are loose on both of them. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet. If I'm just going to keep it and open them and keep the other one sealed. Because I got them for such a good deal. I got them for about $8 a piece when all is said and done. So I don't know what I'm going to do. If you guys are interested in one, let me know. If not, I might just hang on to both of them because I'm not in for them much. Moving on. So that was my Saturday finds. I was pretty happy with all that. I couldn't complain. Saturday was kind of getting gloomy, and then it started raining when I left Savers, so there wasn't really going to be anything else at that point anyway. So Sunday rolls around, as per usual. You guys probably saw footage of most of this with my buddy Grant, as usual, as of late. We've been having a lot of fun going up to different flea markets. So we went to 2, and the first one was kind of a dud this week, unfortunately. Some people didn't come back like we hoped, but what are you going to do? So we show up, and one of the first guys that we've talked to before, he's got a box full of PS2 games, and he's like, 2 for $1. Like, all right, so we're flipping through. There's a lot of wrestling, a lot of sports. We probably should have just bought the whole box off him cheap. But I got these 2 for $1, Twisted Metal Black and 007 Nightfire. I'm pretty sure these are both doubles, so they're probably going to go, you know what, these are probably going to go towards my contest video. So if you guys are interested, there's probably the start of the contest. Well, I should say my 1,000 subscriber contest. And then also, let's see, I got those. So another guy we've bought from quite a bit. You saw me get some Nintendo games from him last time. This time I didn't find any that I wanted to pay the prices for. He still got a copy of Beetlejuice, but he wanted $15 for it. I can't quite get myself to pay full retail for that game because I know it's not good. So instead, we bought some manuals. I paid $3 for all these manuals. This one is, I don't even know what the hell this is. the Super NES control deck hookup. So this shows you how to hook it up. It's still in the plastic. So that was kind of a cool thing. If I ever get a Super Nintendo box, I can kind of try to complete it. It also had the mail away thing, some other stuff, and the actual instruction manual. So that was kind of cool. And then I picked up for the NES. This is going to go in my box because I might decide to try to put it together, but it's missing the foam, so that's probably going to be expensive. It has the mail away unfilled out for Nintendo Power. I had another thing for Nintendo Power. A Zapper gray. Wow, I was going to say green. Gray and orange. And then I also got the manual for the actual regular Nintendo. Jeez, I can't think straight. So those were cool finds to pick up. I got all those for $3, like I said. So after that, we went through, didn't find much more. Went to Raynham. Got to Raynham. I found a guy had some PS1 games. I lied. Sorry. Still at the other place we found for $5 a piece. I didn't really mind paying $5 a piece for these. Although this one's kind of raw, so I need a new case for it. Is Midway's Arcade's Greatest Hits, the Atari Collection 2. So it's got Paperboy, Gauntlet, Road Blaster, Millipede, Marble Madness, and I don't know what the Crystal Castles. But you guys know how I love my PS1 stuff, so I had to pick it up. I know I said I wasn't collecting Xbox stuff anymore, but I had to grab this because I am still collecting horror games. And this is straight up, I loved this show, and I'm not afraid to admit it. It's a great show. Is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I now believe I have both of the Buffy games on the Xbox. This one was Xbox only exclusive. But that was cool. So, moving on to Raynham. I came across a guy, he had some PS1 games, he told us before he did. So I was really happy to find some PS1 games, but unfortunately they were all empty. So I now have empty cases for Men in Black, the series Crashdown, Animorphs, and San Francisco Rush Extreme Racing. One of those did actually have a disc in it. It wasn't the correct game. It was Street Fighter Alpha 3. I'm pretty sure I already have that, so that one might be for sale or trade as well. So that was that. And then the only other game I found that day was from a guy, I don't even really look at his stuff anymore, but for some reason I did. His stuff is so fun, sun faded and destroyed. I got this for $2. This is for sale or trade because I don't collect Xbox anymore. But it was too good of a deal to leave lying around. Is Time Splitters 2. So if anybody's interested in that, let me know. Moving on, I had Tuesday off because I was dog sitting for my parents. So I went around to a couple places before I went and picked her up. I went to Goodwill. It was Goodwill or Salvation Army. No, it was Salvation Army. I got 2 games there. The woman tried to charge me $4 a piece for them. I was like, no, they're supposed to be $1.99. So we kind of fought for a little bit. It wasn't really worth the fight, but I was like, I'm not paying more for these than I really need to. Plus, they're not really high-dollar games either, and I only picked them up because they were so cheap. I got 2 PS1 games, 007, The World Is Not Enough, and Dexter's Laboratory, Mandark's Lab. Both discs are in nice shape. Figured why not. So then I went over to another place I hadn't been for a while. I didn't get any footage of this. They had a bunch of games, new games. They actually had a bunch of sealed games, which was cool. But this game, which is sealed, I paid $6 for, which, I don't know, finding a sealed game for $6 from a PS1 was really cool. They had the unsealed version for $5 too. I probably should have tried and just gotten both so I didn't have to open this one. But this is about the going rate for this game sealed. But it's still kind of cool to have. Is C12 Final Resistance. Let me know if this is any good, guys. Because then I'll actually look for a opened copy so I can actually play it. It looks like it could be pretty good because it says it's from the creators of Medieval. I know Medieval's a pretty good game, so I don't know. We'll see. Last but not least pickup, I didn't get footage of these either. I don't normally pick up PC games, but I know these are a good flip. Discs are in fantastic condition. I wish the third part was here because it would have made it all that much better. But I got, on the PC, the Battle for Middle-earth. It's missing the booklet, but everything else is here. And the Battle for Middle-earth 2. The codes are there for the access keys for playing on PC games. That's the only reason I bought them. I made sure they were there before I bought them. But that's it, guys. That's all I've got this week. I know it's actually quite a bit of stuff than usual because I've been doing more quality than quantity. Yeah, that's right. So I was glad to find some decent stuff for a low price. Going back to Seekonk this weekend. Haven't been there in a couple weeks. Also, my Sunday's stupid busy this week as well as my Saturday. Saturday, I'm going to try to go out if it's nice out and maybe hit up some yard sales if there's any around. And Savers is also having a big 50% off everything in the store sale, so I'm going to go hit that, see if they have anything. They haven't had any games in a while, so it's kind of sucked. But that's it, guys. So definitely, if you see anything you like, let me know. Most of this, aside from my PS1 stuff, will probably be for trade or sale because I don't have a real huge attachment to any of the rest of it. Definitely check out my past videos. And I know I've said this for the past 3 videos because I'm terrible. But I will get a contest video up as soon as I can. I really appreciate it, guys. We just broke 1,200 subs. So thank you guys very much for subbing and sharing and talking and, you know, the whole 9 yards. I say it every week how much I appreciate you guys. You might not understand how much I appreciate you guys, but I really do. Without you, I'm talking to myself. I've met some great people doing this. I'm in a really cool group of guys. So definitely check out my videos. Check out my preferred channels, which are my buddies that in the text group. So with that being said, before I start rambling on, thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, comment, share the videos, the whole 9 yards. Check out my Instagram. Check out my Facebook page. Hopefully check out my eBay page if I can get my ass in gear and put some stuff on there. That'd be great. And I will see you guys later. Love you. Peace out.